Okay, and how are you going to strategize and how are you going to play for this remaining bull market cycle after the halving? So usually after the halving, that's where you will see the market will start to pull back or to have a correction, because this is very normal. And this is also a repeated cycle compared to the previous cycle as well. Even last year's cycle, right, where we have the Black Swan event, where we went down all the way to 3,000. And then after the halving as well, we have also a sell-off. So this is also the similar, okay? And here we can see, right, the crypto market, right, is having a correction. This is very, very normal, a very healthy correction. So Bitcoin local bottom is in. Is it true? Or are we still waiting for more downwards momentum towards the downside? So given that the next liquidity grab interest is above 64.5K, okay, so many are expecting that the local bottom is already in, but I still believe there could be more room for more correction. And then before moving to the current all-time high of 73K, we'll first clear the 67K level of resistance first. Okay, but what we are seeing right now, the price of BTC is hovering somewhere around 62K. Okay, around 62K, and then most likely it will continue to have another more breakdown. Okay, I think we are still need a wash off because the weak hands are still not scared at the moment. Okay, we can still see great sentiment is still in the market. Okay, so what we can see here is that the Bitcoin CME gap, okay, Bitcoin may eliminate the CME gap below either prior or to subsequent or eliminating the liquidity above 64.9K. So this is the area that you need to take note. Okay, the 64.9, and of course, looking at 67K is the level of resistance where it needs to reach and to break above. Okay, before we could see another new all-time high as well. Okay, then if you look here, BTC correction on the horizon. Okay, so this is by market expert Benjamin Cowen. Okay, expects the leading cryptocurrency asset to drop in the upcoming days. So, okay, so you can able to refer this guy on YouTube because he have a lot of YouTube videos as well regarding about the BTC price action and of course the technical analysis. Okay, so prior to the Bitcoin halving event, okay, 12 days after the halving event was the worst performance that the asset has experienced. Okay, and then that is reasonable as it is the first time BTC is reaching a new all-time high before the halving. So this is the first time where Bitcoin have reached a new all-time high before the halving. And it is quite normal to have a correction, okay, after the halving. Okay, so I believe this is much needed as the price has been overheated at the moment. Okay, so it needs a wash off, it needs a proper correction. So once the weak hands get washed off or get burned, okay, and that's where people say that they are throwing in the towel or they are given up in crypto, that's where we might see the market starts to take turns to rally again. That's where you will see the market starts to bottom. Okay, so overall, we can see this is quite normal. I believe for those of you who are new in this crypto market cycle, that's where you want to pay attention because things like this might give you a scary moment or might spook you. Okay, so if you are not careful, if you don't know what is really happening, you tend to sell everything. Okay, when there's fear or when there's panic. So this is a time where you want to take opportunity on those undervalued altcoins. Okay, so coins that have been down since from the all-time high, you might want to accumulate. Okay, so I think if you tell me whether the bottom is in, maybe I would say about 40 to 50%. Okay, probably there could be another possibility of another one more drop or one more pullback before we see another huge rally back again towards the upside. So at the moment, this is a time when you want to pay attention to accumulate. Okay, so you have a 30 days to 90 days time frame for you to accumulate. Okay, if the price of Bitcoin or the crypto market goes sideways, starting after the halving till now, until all the way to June, okay, June and July, and that's where your opportunity is. Okay, so this is the first article. Moving on next, you can see what is really happening with FTX. So for those of you who have invested or who have funds in FTX, okay, since the last cycle, and what happened to FTX, right? They have a massive collapse. Okay, since the Sam Bankman-Fried have screwed up a lot of investors. Okay, and what you can see here, there's some source of good news, some source of light here for those of you who are having funds in FTX. That's where most likely you'll be getting a refund, okay, or compensation from FTX plus a little bit of bonus. Okay, so we can see here, FTX latest proposal could repay creditors as much as 16.3 billion. Okay, but some argue the plan still falls short of being fair. So for those of you who have a lot of funds or probably a little bit of funds, maybe there is some hope here to get back your money from FTX. Okay, so we have not only witnessed FTX collapse, we have also from Celsius. Okay, we have put money in Celsius as well. Okay, deposited money under Celsius to gain some interest. Okay, and then I think maybe also they might going to reimburse back our funds. So we can see here under FTX. So for those of you who have invested or have funds there, back since 2022, okay, the collapse now promises to repay the creditors, okay, claims plus billions in compensation for the time value of their investments. Okay, so you're going to get not only your capital, not only your funds back, but plus interest. Okay, compensation for the time value of their investment. So you can see you're getting paid as well for all those time that you have lost since 2022. So 2 years, right? You have wasted. They are going to pay you back your capital plus some interest there. Then here we can see, right? Only creditors holding claims in an allowed amount below 50K will be eligible for the 118% recovery. Okay, well, this is huge. You have another profit of 18% for those who are below 50K. So if you are a holder below 50K, then congratulations, you have earned at least 18% over the last 2 years. Okay, so I'm not sure how are they going to pay back, but make sure you check your email. I think most likely you'll be given an email or phone number if you have recorded in your account before that. Okay, so that is how the recovery plan they are going to distribute. So this is the FTX plan. Okay, still reimburse creditors for the value of the assets at the time of its bankruptcy since November 2022. Okay, and then here we can see FTX also announced that there will be a position to propose a Chapter 11. Okay, Chapter 11 plan is where the bankruptcy, right, where they have already announced. Okay, and then FTX estimate the total value that will be distributed to the creditors will range between 14.5 to 16.3 B. Okay, so this is the estimate amount. For those people who have lost money with FTX, this is the payback, repayment. Okay, so the proposed repayment will occur within 60 days. Okay, so it's about 2 months from there. So do take note, I think they will most likely will be sending you email or SMS or direct physical mail to your home. I think if you have verified your account under FTX and you have submit your KYC or your documents, most likely they will send you a physical mail to your ID address. Okay, so overall, you can see there's some hope, there's some light here to get back your money. Okay, after 2 years. Okay, so this is the latest news that you need to take note. Okay, so FTX for those people who are invested previously. Then, of course, moving on next, you can see more and more news regarding about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin alone have received a lot of attention, not only on the ETFs. Okay, and we have seen like Hong Kong and Korea recently have also onboarded the Bitcoin spot ETF in their own native country. Okay, we have seen a lot of hype right now, a lot of hedge funds, okay, blue chip companies are engaging and also encouraging their own clients to take on Bitcoin spot ETF. So right now, instead, what's more with Bitcoin spot ETF, there are a lot of narratives as well coming in from Bitcoin alone. Okay, we have the BRC20. Okay, we have the layer 2s of Bitcoin. Okay, also known as the Bitcoin runes. So Bitcoin runes actually run on top of Bitcoin network. And these are kind of another layer 2. Okay, there are a lot of hype right now. Like Ethereum have layer 2s like Optimism, Arbitrum. Okay, we have many others like Matic. But this is the latest one. Okay, the latest hype that is ongoing. But it is really quite uncertain, right? How this thing is going to play out because I have not really researched more on the BRC20 protocol or the Bitcoin ordinals. But here you can see what is really happening with Bitcoin runes. Okay, so earlier stage, there are a lot of hype, but is the hype has totally died off, right? Is the runes living up to the expectation or the hype? Okay, because I've seen a lot of crypto Twitter, there are a lot of people are mentioning about Bitcoin runes. But at the moment, there's not much of hype really. How is this thing is going to take place? Okay, so we can see the runes launch indeed saw a flurry of immediate activity with hundreds of token tickers launched within the halving block. Okay, but demand has decreased partially due to the expectations, and amid of cooling crypto market has seen broader price declines in recent weeks. So all these, you have to understand Bitcoin runes. they are using Bitcoin as a native gas. Okay, they're using Bitcoin network. So everything is transacted using Bitcoin. So when you're transacting against using Bitcoin network, that's where the network congestion also will take place. And of course, I'm not sure how really is it that inviting for farmers or airdrop farmers who are going to move into rooms, because Bitcoin, as you know, that is proof of work. Okay, and of course, with this will definitely slow down, will definitely slow down on the performance. Okay, and of course the hype as well. What's more with the gas fee, as you know that when you transfer gas or Bitcoin from point A to point B, you know it's going to cost you a lot as well. It's much similar like Ethereum mainnet. Okay, so we can see that the hype or the sentiment have totally died down. Okay, have declined in trading volume over the past days. Okay, ranging from 20 to 57%. Okay, that is the latest news. But again, there are a lot of news that is coming in from Hong Kong itself. Okay, I think tomorrow is the event for Bitcoin Asia. So later I will share with you guys what is the expectation. And then here, what's next for future for rooms, right? The rooms ordinals. Okay, market observers have been a quick draw parallels between rooms and the NFT-like ordinals, both created by Bitcoin developer 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀, highlighting similar pattern of early hype followed by a gradual decline in activity. So that's the reason here. Okay, because this network is totally new, very, very new. And furthermore, is built under the Bitcoin network. So it's a layer 2. So rooms, BRC20 is a layer 2 on top of Bitcoin. Okay, so, and if I look at Twitter, there are not many actually farming rooms. Okay, so I'm not really sure what is the risk to reward. Is it really worth it to farm this? Okay, so this guy also said, are rooms dead or not? I think this is recently launched, I think like 1 or 2 months, right? Bitcoin rooms. So these are the hype you have to really pay attention during the bull market. There are a lot of this kind of hype narrative, but can it live up to the expectation? That is the most important thing. Okay, so yeah, you can see. That being said, several opportunities appear to be forming, such as bridges for rooms to Bitcoin layer 2 network, as well as Solana. Demand for Bitcoin token is proving to be strong and centralized exchange. Okay, so yeah, overall we can see there are a lot of negative sentiment coming in from the Bitcoin rooms. Okay, so the only thing to take note to know is whether the Bitcoin maxi or the people who are more into the rooms will probably have a say on this. Again, because I really do not have any much info on this, but again, this is the current sentiment now. So it's pretty much quite negative compared to other airdrops or other layer 2s like Ethereum are much more promising. Okay, so this one is recently just launched, so you have to be very careful when you have to do a lot of research on this. Okay, so you can see rooms are dead, this and that. There's so many narratives, right? Then moving on next, we can see here. Okay, this is the next big event on Bitcoin Asia, which is tomorrow. So I believe some of you who are into crypto are going for this event. Okay, especially like Sensei and a few others. Okay, who are going for this Bitcoin Asia. Okay, very important is to know that if you are into crypto and if you are wanting or serious to build a network, or if you are a developer, okay, or if you want to know more about not only on Bitcoin, but on other area as well, like DeFi, RWA, real world asset, DePIN, okay, then this is a time that you want to go. Okay, so tomorrow event in Hong Kong, 9 and 10, okay, it's about 2 days event. So you can able to go there and learn. This is the most important thing, okay, you go there and learn. Okay, so this is the ticket price, about $249. This is the normal admission. Then we have to do pass well that costs almost 4,000. So there's also another event in Singapore as well coming in on September, which is the token 2049. That is the most important event where every crypto players, investors, developers will be gathered there every once a year. Okay, so this is a thing that you want to really go for. Okay, so this is a Bitcoin Asia. Okay, and then you can also look into the agenda as well. What are they going to talk about? Very, very important. Okay, so this is the best time to invest in yourself about crypto. Okay, so not only about buying low, selling high, looking for 5x, 10x gain, but you have to understand what is the fundamentals behind Bitcoin, what is the fundamentals behind crypto market. Why is the sentiment is moving so positively after the Bitcoin spot ETF has been approved? So all this will take into account when you go into the course, when you go into the event on 9th of May. So they will share everything. You can see here, Hong Kong, empowering Hong Kong Bitcoin spot ETF. So Hong Kong have recently also approved the Bitcoin spot ETF, right, in Hong Kong. Okay, and then following by South Korea also approved spot ETF as well. Okay, together with Ethereum spot ETF. Okay, so you have the Bitcoin ordinals. Okay, we have the NFTs. Okay, and then there's so many important topics that you can able to learn. Okay, gamification on Bitcoin. Okay, safer self-custody. So all these are very important. Okay, so you have to upkeep yourself on what's happening in the crypto market. Okay, and then of course, moving on next, we can see here, right, on the recent dip. Okay, so what's happening? Okay, is the hype dying down, or are there any more whales are actually accumulating? So we can see here, the whales are actually accumulating totaling about 10,200 Bitcoins per week. Okay, so they've been adding consistently about 10,000 BTC. Okay, so we can see the shrimps, right? Total Bitcoin held about 1.4. So if you are holding somewhere around 0 to 1 Bitcoin, you are classified as a shrimps. Okay, small holder. So you can see total holding about 1.4 million. Okay, and then one big change about negative. I think this one is a weekends. So we can see here. Then on top of that, you can see sharks. Okay, from 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin. One day alone is sold about 4,860. Okay, huge difference here. Okay, so you can see the narrative right now is looking very, very bullish. Okay, you can see who are the true holders of Bitcoin, who are really the strong hands or the OGs in this space of Bitcoin. Right? Okay, nonetheless, we can see whales are actually really accumulating. They are really buying and buying. Okay, you can hardly see them sell actually. Every time when there's a dip, they will take advantage and scoop up even more. Okay, and then moving on next, you can see here, this is the regression cycle coming in from CryptoCon. Okay, so far right now, the rejection, okay, from layer 5, it is a good thing. Okay, why we can see here, layer 5, where is layer 5 leading us? Layer 5 right now is somewhere around 68.4K. Okay, because if the price continues to rally and it hits somewhere around layer 6 or layer 7, that's where we're going to be in deep trouble, because the cycle might end very, very soon, and we do not want that. So far, we are somewhere in the middle, okay, hitting somewhere here. Okay, so layer 6 is now priced at 95.2, and then layer 7 is 132.5K. Okay, so after Bitcoin entered the red bands in previous cycle, it was only a matter of weeks before the top took place. So you can imagine that, right? If you go to 6 and 7, okay, the Bitcoin peak can end in weeks. So thankfully right now, after the halving, okay, the market is actually cooling off. So that's what we want to see. So you can have a correction somewhere below 60K at least to wipe out the weekends, to make sure everyone gets shaken off from their position, especially those leverage traders, long or short. Both will be killed. Okay, both will be wiped out definitely. So once that wiped out, then only we can be able to move on and to continue with a new all-time high again. But until now, we still need a correction, or the price might go stagnant, and that's where it might board a lot of people, especially those meme coin traders. Okay, so far there has been as low as 2 weeks and is up to about 15 weeks. So this is the cycle that we want to see, and this is a cycle that is playing out accordingly to the textbook, which is from the last cycle as well. Okay, we want stagnant movement after the halving, a sell-off, and a wash-off against the weekend. Then that's where we can be able to go for a new all-time high. Okay, so log regression curves, very important. Okay, you can see already, rejection is here. Okay, then more and more data coming in from sentiment. Okay, so sentiment is more towards the tracking data for crypto companies in terms of development. Okay, in terms of data analytics, they are expert on this. So right now, this is focusing more on the new latest hype narrative, which is also known as real world asset, or RWA. So RWA by development. Okay, so these are the list of companies. They're actually actively working, okay, having a good solid fundamental in terms of developer and development on their token. Right, you can see what they are actually really doing. Okay, so you can see, right, they have listed top 1 to 10, Chainlink. Okay, we have Synthetic, Centrifuge, okay, Dust Foundation, all the way to reserve rights. So these are real world asset, okay, and later on we will look into it one by one. And if you have any question that you want to ask me, feel free to put in the chat box and I will answer it once I'm done with the session. Okay, so if you have any altcoins that you want me to look at, feel free to put in the chat box and we can be able to analyze together. So we can see, here, chain link number 1. So you can see how developed is chain link. So chain link is not only existed since the last cycle. Here they are more into CCIP, cross-chain interoperability protocol, CCIP. And what's more with the RWA narrative as well. So they have covered 2 in 1. So that's why you can see they are top at the moment. Then we have synthetics, tokenization, what Larry Fink have mentioned, right? The CEO of BlackRock have mentioned that he wants to tokenize assets like stocks, bonds, commodities, and that's where synthetics come into play. Synthetics is more towards the tokenization of tokens. Okay, so that's why you can see synthetic is number 2, and that's why you can see all these are hype and narrative. Centrifuge was also one of them. Okay, all these are RWA assets that maybe you might want to consider to accumulate into your portfolio. Okay, these are the key points that can able to be a game changer in the upcoming bull run as well, or during this cycle. Okay, and then of course moving on to airdrop. So airdrop updates, you can see for those of you who are doing this airdrop, especially for mode. So mode is a layer 2 under Ethereum, right? Right now you can be able to claim your tokens. So season 1 has ended. Okay, so I believe some of you have gotten a lot, and you can be able to start claiming and start staking if you want. Season 2 started. So for those of you who have missed mode, then maybe you might want to join. Okay, so if you need any assistance, let me know. Okay, so mode will continue in season 2. So you can be able to continue to stake, you can be able to trade, swap to gain more points. Okay, then next one, also another one, ZeroLend is a lending and borrowing protocol that caters for many networks, not only like linear, okay, Manta, okay, we have Arbitrum, Optimism, okay, but right now they have already airdrop to the users. So you can able to claim as well, all right? You can able to claim and you can able to trade. Okay, so yeah, these are the things. So voting and governance. So this token is more towards the voting and governance. So you can able to use this token to trade, or you can stake and provide LP as well. Okay, so more and more airdrop news that will update you guys. I think there are a lot of opportunity as well. So these are the 2 that we recently got as well. Okay, so for those of you who are new to the space of airdrop, so nonetheless you can continue to continue to work on it, and you can able to reap the harvest. Especially like there's other airdrop as well. They can be able to focus like Blast, like Hyperlink. Okay, all these are still yet to airdrop. So you might want to take opportunity to grind harder, to farm more, okay, to build the volume. That's the most important thing. Okay, moving on next, we can see here, crypto market cap. Okay, so where are we right now? Okay, the market cap is hovering around 2.28 trillion, and BTC is somewhere around 62.4. Okay, Ethereum is somewhere around 3K. Okay, any gainers for today? Thorchain Rune. Yet again, this is our best pick since last year. Okay, last year accumulated. Okay, so it's up about 8%, 8.4 in the last 24 hours, 5.78. Ethereum Classic is up also. Okay, 4.61. Okay, Tron, Lido, and the rest of them are still up. Okay, up a bit. Then we have Wormhole as well. Okay, any users for today? BitTensor down. Okay, with Dog Fat, these are the meme coins are down. Helium, HNT, 7.7. Then Akash Network, 6.57. Maybe this is the one that you want to accumulate. Excellent also, right? It's down 6.52. Okay, so some of them are AI narrative. You might want to pay attention on these discounts, right? Like Agix and Fetch.ai, especially Immutable Episode. So now it's down. So this is the one that you want to take note. Okay, Deepin narrative like EOS, okay, down also. Might want to take note. See, Synthetics also down. These are all discounts. Okay, so yeah, these are the things that you want to take note. Say, look at REKT as well. Decentralized storage system is at 37. Last drop was somewhere around $25. Now it's back again at 37. You can see the narrative right now with REKT. Okay, then moving on to technical. Technical side, we can see total tree. So total tree is all altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, everything except Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what we can see now, overall the trend is uptrend. Okay, this is the current resistance level that we are looking at. So overall the trend is still uptrend, and then most likely the support zone might look at somewhere around here, 511.98. If the price were to dip back down again. Then on weekly. Well, weekly time frame, you can see momentum pullback. So this is a very nice support here. The price is maintaining here above the middle band. Okay, so daily. So daily setup, you can see ranging market sideways. So as long as the price can maintain somewhere around here, then it should be fine. If it continues to break lower at this level, then 511.998 will be the next level for total 3. So far on H4 is downtrend, momentum sell, short-term pullback, might see a retracement or retest back here. 649.686. Okay, for short-term pullback. Okay, so it might retest there. Then look at dominance. So BTC dominance is to measure the strength of Bitcoin, whether it's strengthening or weakening. Okay, so we can see here monthly trend overall is uptrend. Okay, trend overall is uptrend here. Okay, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows again. Okay. Okay, let's look at weekly. Weekly trend also is uptrend, still above the middle band. Okay, still above middle band, still uptrend. So if Bitcoin dominance is up, then altcoins will lead. Altcoins will get weakened. Okay, then if you look at Ethereum against Bitcoin. So Ethereum against Bitcoin, what we can see here on monthly. So monthly, we can see a descending channel, a very long descending channel like this. Okay, this is like waiting for a huge break towards the upside. Okay, so whenever you see something like this, there could be a high possibility of a break towards the upside. So we're waiting for that huge break. Okay, so the longer it plays like this, then the higher chance of a huge break. Now this breakout, the possibility towards the upside is quite high rather than going down. But anything can happen on technical analysis. It's a probability. Okay, so if it continues to go down, then this level will be tested here at 0.03988. Weekly price also is still downtrend. Momentum sell, pullback for the re-entry sell. So overall, the trend is down on weekly. Okay, look at daily now. Price coming back down below the middle band and it's remaining stagnant here again, sideways. Most likely to accumulate back again here. Okay, most likely to accumulate back again here. So far, overall, the trend is down on Ethereum against Bitcoin. Let's look at BTC now. Where is BTC heading? Very important. So BTC now, uptrend. We have the nice momentum buy. Last Monday candlestick closing as a reversal candle. Right? And the bearish engulfing candle, you can see here, fully engulfed the previous candle. So that means there could be more room for downwards momentum. Okay, might have a chance again for another correction. But again, you can see here, these are the levels to watch, 58.6, 60.9. Okay, but if it continues lower, we might see somewhere around these lows here at 47.1 weekly. Now, the weekly time frame is still very bullish because why? Momentum, higher highs, higher lows. Right? Momentum, pullback, still maintaining above the middle band. So trend is still uptrend. Not until that the price will continue to retrace or to retest back at 56.7, which is the middle band here. Because if it breaks below here, we might look somewhere around here for weekly, around 52K. Okay, around 52K. Okay, then on daily, candlestick change of direction from sell to buy, pullback now. So very critical now for daily to play around here, to maintain above here. Okay, so these are the zones, 59.4, okay, 60.7. Okay, very, very important. That is the range there where BTC needs to maintain. Because if it will break this level, okay, and then might see another huge dump back here, at least easily to 52.3, 52.4. Okay, because this was the low here. This was somewhere around 56.5K. This was the bottom, right? And then rebounded back. So very important. Can it retrace back here again and revisit? Very important here. Okay, if not, then breaking down will be revisit here at 52.5, 50.6. Okay, that is BTC for you. Then on Ethereum. So Ethereum is somewhere around 3K, 3019. Then we can see here. Price also on Monday did a bearish engulfing. This is a huge rejection here. Huge rejection, and then your next support is here. 2765. Weekly. Weekly also same. You can see here, it's still maintaining above the middle band, but it's teasing right now and it's trying to break up below again. You can see here. It is still creating a bearish candle. So it might have a chance again to break lower. So you have to be very careful there on Ethereum because Ethereum is weakening against Bitcoin. So let's see. Because right now on daily, the price is consolidating and remaining sideways here inside the Bollinger Band. Because this critical support zone were to break, then 2765 is next. Okay, that's Ethereum for you. Right? That's Ethereum. Okay, so let's move on to the individual coins. We have roughly about 7 minutes from now. If any question, feel free to put in the chat box. So let me look into the altcoin first. So we have other RWA narratives that you can able to look into. So one of the biggest hype on RWA is like Ondo, right? So Ondo, can we able to accumulate Ondo? That's the thing. Okay, I think it's been up right now. And it's really, really hard to actually get it. Okay, this is the one, Ondo USD. right? So all-time high, and it's a bit of a challenge to actually buy on low at this price, right? Momentum, pullback, sideways. Maybe if there's any chance again of a pullback again, maybe it might revisit here at 60 cents, 60 cents zone for Ondo. Okay, so what we can see, this is a bullish flag pattern, right? Maybe this is a flag pattern here if you draw like this. Okay, and then if you were to do like this, yeah, then you know there could be a flag pattern that is playing out right now for Ondo. And the longer the sideway, you might want to wait for a breakout or breakdown. Okay, there could be a signal coming in for Ondo. Any reason why Cardano is still so suppressed? Of course, you can see right now the community with Cardano, especially with 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘁, I think a lot of people are getting very impatient in terms of what they're doing, yeah, especially for last cycle as well. Okay, when you hold Cardano, you really need to have the patience, because a lot of people don't have the patience. And then if you look at the development, the activity, they're actually top 10, right, in terms of what they're doing. But what they are doing right now for Cardano, they are taking it in a conservative approach in what they're doing, rather than going aggressive like Solana, okay, like other projects, okay, because they are like, they are a bit of perfectionists in terms of their development. So, but nonetheless, there are a lot of activities that are ongoing. Okay, if you look at Cardano right now, okay, why is it suppressed? That's the thing. So you have to see. Okay, so the price now is at what? 44 cents. Okay, right? Even I also accumulated Cardano since last year as well. Okay, because I believe what they're doing, but of course you have to understand, you need to have a big patience on this. Okay, so right now it's on the middle band, 40 cents here, hovering here. So the bottom was somewhere around here, 24, 23 cents. Okay, so far we have a nice momentum pullback. Okay, right, and then look at weekly. Okay, so weekly you can see here, breakdown below the middle band. So this is a candlestick change of direction from buy to sell. So it's a sell setup going on now. And then maybe a chance of a pullback to retest back on the sell zone here at 52 cents before heading lower again. Okay, so Cardano be quite critical here on the time frame, might break lower. So this low could also revisit around this zone here at 40 cents. And then if it continues even lower, then this is critical support zone at 25, 26 cents. Okay, so you have to be very careful there. It's looking quite bearish. Okay, but for daily time frame, it's consolidating. Maybe it could bottom out from here. Accumulation zone is happening. Okay, we need to see the outcome of the crypto market, especially on BTC. Will Bitcoin continue to maintain at 62? Not breaking lower, then definitely will take altcoins down even further. That is the Cardano sentiment at the moment. Okay, so other altcoins also will face the heat as well if Bitcoin were to dump even more. Okay, so far, any more questions? About 3 more minutes. Okay, so continue to find undervalued altcoins, because I believe this is a time when you want to pay attention. Because even though many people said sell in May and go away, but maybe you could do differently, right? So maybe you want to dollar cost average on your positions. That is very, very important. Okay, now like this coin shrapnel is also another hype, and it's already down. This is a time when you want to accumulate, right? You see here, down 13 cents, 13 and a half. Okay, I've been dollar cost averaging on this. Okay, my best price for the 26. So DCA, right? Money at the low already. The risk to reward, the reward is much more higher than the risk of buying. So your critical support zone has been broken at 20 cents and you're still heading lower. So this one, maybe you might want to wait for a reversal candle. Okay, then maybe you might want to buy. A very nice M pattern here you can see on the M pattern, a very bearish pattern, a double top at this level here. Okay, and then on daily itself, you can see descending channel, waiting for a break only. So if we can able to break above the middle band, maybe this week at 15.5 or 16 cents, then might continue to rally even harder. Okay, because the longer it goes down like this, you might have a reversal. So reversal also will take back on weekly at least to retest back on 20 cents on the previous resistance here, previous support. So it will retest back on the resistance level here. So shrapnel are still accumulating, and this is another gaming that you might want to accumulate. All right. XRP, you have to understand, XRP is still under the lawsuit with SEC, right? So again, like I said, there are many other tokens that you want to accumulate, but maybe you might want to exclude XRP in your list. I would rather hold meme coins rather than XRP, like even Dogecoin or anything, because I think this one, I think there are a lot of issues right now with the SEC, and many SEC also is still challenging XRP on the securities issue. So I think best if you can focus on other coins rather than XRP. Okay, there are many other opportunities. So XRP, I think maybe it might deliver, or maybe if they continue to be fully free against the SEC, then I think it might last. You might never know, right? So you might want to accumulate some XRP. Okay, well, I'm not disencouraging anyone here, but you might maybe want to accumulate some, just like memes as well. You might want to hold maybe $50, $100. You might never know, right? It could be a moonshot token as well. All right, guys. So I believe that's all I have for tonight.